I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo. Because I'm black and I'm black. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. And I'm bigger than black.
Oh, now you can see it.
Mine is green, so I'm not holding anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in that technicolor rainbow between us, your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
It's your girl Rita.
What's up, man?
Okay. All right, now we got that out the way. Thank you all for joining us once again here on Blurs and Whiskey, and we're just going to get right into it. It's been a very long, and I'm going to just preface it like this today. Sunday, none of us are in a good mood. None of us are happy. None of us are jovial. None of us are going to be politically correct today. Fuck what's been happening in this country. Everything is on just bullshit right now. I'm pissed. We all pissed. And shit's got to change. We do have a show lined up for you today. We do have some things we're going to go over, but it ain't going to be pretty. It ain't going to be happy. It ain't going to be jovial. That's how I'm feeling today. But let's, I've been quiet all week. I've been quiet for the most part, except for a couple of memings here and there, but I can't, like, it's bullshit. Let's get into our drink of the week. Let's get that out the way. We are all drinking, apropos, effing vodka. Because F it.
We feeling petty as shit today.
We can be petty. Yeah. We're all drinking that. I got the black cherry. I think most of us got black cherry.
And let's not forget that it's a Black-owned business because we're trying to support anybody Black. If you got melanin, you out shit today. So we motherfucking supporting you, whatever it is.
Yeah. So, Rita, go ahead and tell us what you made with your drink.
So I put 2 shots. This is my drink, y'all. It's 2 shots of effing regular vodka. It's 1 shot of Malibu, 1 shot of triple sec, and 4 ounces of orange juice, and 1 shot of grenadine.
So what you gonna call it?
Rita's juice.
Rita's juice. Okay. Rick, what you got? What you got over there, man?
I took some effing, some papaya juice, squirt of lemon juice, some triple sec, shook it over ice, poured it in a glass, and I got some. I got a drink. It looks good.
It looks good. Herb, what you got? I mean, you don't want to tell us what you're going to name. We're gonna start naming these drinks, damn it.
Hey man, I ain't really in a naming mood today because all this gonna come out with some negative shit. So I'm just gonna say it looks good. That's the best I got for you.
All right, we're gonna let you go.
I was gonna say "fuck the police" was the name of my drink, but
right.
Herb, what you got?
Call it Derek Chauvin's Soul.
Vodka cranberry. That's it.
Okay. All right. I got a.
I'm just.
Yeah, I'm trying. I got a peach concoction. You know I can't make drinks to save my life.
All right. Is that a martini glass?
Yes, because my mother is all about presentation. And she's like, you want to use a pretty glass. Use the pretty glass. So I have to use a pretty glass.
That's fine. I got
you. Yeah. So we're gonna
today we're gonna vent our frustrations, but we're also gonna celebrate our Blackness. It's very important that we have pride in ourselves and our people. Even though this country hasn't exactly been treating our people the right way, we are still proud Americans. We're still members of this country, and we need to be treated better overall. For those of you who may not know what we're speaking of, directly we're speaking of the atrocities that were committed against
I'm gonna just say it. We talking about the murder of George Floyd. We talking about how he was murdered in front of our eyes by members or former members of the Minneapolis Police Department. Not just gonna blame it on one person, because it was fucking 4 of them. It was 3 of them that was laying on them, and there was 1 of them that was sitting there watching, keeping the crowd at bay. All 4 of them should be brought up on charges right fucking now. And if people are upset about people reacting to the constant violence and killing of our people, then fuck you, get off the stream.
This is how I feel today. I mean,
and the fact that the nigga took fucking joy in killing this man, like the fucking joy that was on his face as he laid there, literally dying. You had your knee on this man's neck for almost 9 minutes. It was just under fucking 9 minutes. And so there's no fucking excuse for what you're doing. You can't sit here and say, oh, it was an accident. No, you did that shit on fucking purpose. No accident. You knew this nigga beforehand. You had history of working with him beforehand. So you did what the fuck you did out of whatever hatred you had in your heart. That's just called a fucking spade a spade.
not to mention that you had your hand in your pocket, pushing down on your thigh. Yeah.
Just the fact that he did, like, anybody who's been in any type of law enforcement or anything like that, when you restrain somebody, you know little tricks of the trade. And I'm not a cop, I'm not a police officer, I've been a security guard, been a bouncer, whatever happened. But I've had to restrain people. And if you want to hide something, you can actually press down on your leg to put a little extra pressure on somebody when you're leaning on. But not even that. It's common sense to know that if you're on somebody's neck, it's our vital fucking part of our body. It connects our blood, our heart, and everything to our brain. Putting your knee, there cannot be any police training out there that says put your knee or shin or whatever on somebody's vital neck.
Especially when you're handcuffed.
Yeah, already restrained.
And anybody who has ever been handcuffed before, be it if you've just been playing around as a kid or if you've actually been placed in handcuffs by the police, you can't resist anything. There is no resisting arrest. And then there was a video that came out yesterday of the police actually beating the shit out of him in the back of the police car before they put him on the ground and killed him. What is your excuse?
And let's not forget, there was 4 people also leaning on him. You see on the video only the one guy, but it was all 4 or all 3 cops at one point who were also putting pressure on George Floyd while he was laying on the ground. Let's not forget that either. And I'm sorry, Rick, go ahead.
I mean, but people talking about, oh, well, he resisted arrest or he committed a crime. He didn't commit no fucking crime. And it was suspicion of writing a bad check, which we find out wasn't a bad check. And then they also try to put out there the myth of, oh, he was giving out fake 20s. Wasn't no fake goddamn 20s. No, you fucking killed a man. You killed a man. Again, another one. Another person that looks like me, that could have been me, or one of somebody that I love, or anybody on this panel. You killed him.
Not to mention they tried to go ahead and say like, oh, he was resisting beforehand, when the video next door clearly shows that he was not resisting. He was being handcuffed, brought over to the side, put on sitting on the ground. And I'm not even gonna lie, man. I mean, usually, y'all know me. I'm the peaceful, jovial guy. I've always been like real calm and shit. I can't fucking do it, man. I'm lost for words. I'm angry. I'm pissed. And the thing that scares me the most, I have a 6-year-old boy that I'm trying to I want him to just have peace, just know what peace is. I don't want him watching the news because I'm scared that he's going to know that there's a chance that daddy could not come back. That shit's infuriating. It hurts. I'm beyond pissed. And I know my cousin's watching, but I just have to say, I know I have family in the law enforcement, to the ones who are good cops. And if you are doing every single thing that you are trying to just make sure that everything is right, I commend you. but you need to do more. I commend to the white people who are actually trying to do the right thing. I commend you, but you need to do fucking more. This shit is I can't fucking do it no more, man. I can't. I can't.
On that topic, Herb, I just want to piggyback off of that. This whole there are good police officers out there. There are. That blue code shit got to go somewhere. It has to go. It has to fucking go. Y'all got to start looking. Your job is to protect and serve, not maim and murder. Protect and serve.
Hey, Rick, I'm gonna say this, and this is my hot take for the day, because we've done this, we've had this conversation, we've had our emotions out there. They know how we feel. We've tried to do it peacefully. We've tried to do things in a great way to make things amicable for everybody. Me personally, and I can only speak for myself, not speaking for the representation for anybody else on this panel, any other Black person, but I'm saying this now. If I witness something like this happening, I'm stepping out there. I'm stepping out there, and I have to stop it because I'm tired of seeing it. I don't want to see anybody else's child, father, sister, daughter. I don't want to see this shit happening anymore. I'm just gonna have to take the shot. Not specific because I don't own a weapon, but I'm saying I'm gonna intervene. I'm gonna do myself as my personal job as a citizen to stop this. Ma, I'm sorry, Lil Trey, I love you. I don't want to cause any harm to anybody, but if I witness that a police officer is putting their knee on somebody's fucking neck, I'm intervening. I have to stop it, and I'm urging other people to do so. And always remember, we outnumber everybody. We are the public, and if you don't want to see this happening, I'm not sitting there with my phone out recording this happen. I'm not. I can't do it. If I witness it, I have to interfere because they clearly don't care. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying they as in all cops. No, I've got law enforcement in my family as well. But if I witness something that's happening, I have to intervene as a citizen. I'm gonna try to do it as professionally as possibly as I possibly can. However, if I see you with your knee on somebody's fucking neck, please believe this 350-pound man is going to try to tackle you off. It's just that simple. I can't say anything else about it. I just got to stop you.
Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You said it best. I will not allow this to continue happening. And I'm piggybacking off what Trey said. If I'm out and about and I see the police abusing their power, I will do everything in my power to stop this from happening. Because no more. We're not going to stand for this anymore. And you can see it by people out in the streets every day. We're not going to stand for this anymore. You will not continue to abuse your power. You will not continue to take what the 1% is telling you to do, because essentially all you're doing is being their lapdogs. You're their attack dogs. And we won't stand for it anymore. We will not. We will not continue to take this. We will not continue to be oppressed. We will not continue to be stepped on and looked at like we are less than because the color of our skin or because we don't have the power that you all perceive.
Now, to look at the comments, to take a look at the comments. Christmas, I'm not saying I am not by any means saying do not record. I still want I'm gonna hand my phone off to somebody else while it's on live so it can record what's happening. But at the same time, I can't just stand by and witness them lynching us, them murdering us, our sons, our daughters, our children, our parents, our fathers, everybody. Little Trey, I'm not talking to anybody else. Little Trey, understand this, buddy. I love you. And if I was to go down, understand why your father went down. Because he grew up and he saw the shit that was happening and he couldn't stand it anymore. Ma, I love you. If I go down, I'm sorry. I couldn't stand this shit anymore. And I couldn't let it happen in front of me. But know that your son, your father, he tried to do his best.
I just want to go on record and say real quick that it's not just Minneapolis police that's doing this. Like, you look at the video around the world of cops in Atlanta, of cops in LA, of cops in DC, and they're batoning people who have done nothing. They are macing people and tear gassing people who have done nothing. There's a video of people being boxed in by the police in LA, and they're telling you to disperse. Where the fuck are these people supposed to go if you're boxing them in? Like, it's not just Minneapolis. There's so many fucking corrupt cops around the world, and it makes a bad name for the good ones. There are other cops telling cops who are whooping people ass who did nothing to chill, to calm down. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? And it makes everybody look bad.
And you left out one police force who is ultimately notorious for this, who have had some of the most egregious films put out. New York, I'm looking at you because your officers, you got 6'5" officers attacking 5'2" little girls. You got officers who people are trying to protect themselves behind a barricade and you're running them over in a fucking SUV. What the fuck is this? This is not what you were hired for, you fucking monsters. These people are fucking monsters. They're the thugs. They're the terrorists. Don't keep saying it's us. It's not us. It's them.
Man, the funny thing about that thug word, you know, I usually try not to talk about this motherfucker because I don't want to give him any time on our platform. But our commander in chief has decided to call out the people in the rioters as thugs. When, for all intents and purposes, 90% of the documentation that we see on the riots that are happening around this fucking country, they're white. They're not even us. A lot of us are trying to stop people from destroying things. We want to peacefully protest. There are people that are still out there who are trying to do it the right way, but there are obviously instigators to the riots. We see people in plain clothes with badges and guns on their hips that are breaking windows. And we're not supposed to say that because it's a conspiracy theory. Fuck that. There are cops out there, and I'm not saying it's all cops, but there are cops out there that are obviously destroying property to instigate riots and make the black populace look bad.
My people, if you are out there protesting, please be vigilant. Please be aware. There are agents for the other side that are among us. They dress like us. They don't act like us. Their actions tell you everything. Please be vigilant and watch these people because they are there to sully the movement. They are there to destroy everything that we are working for. Watch these people. They are there. If you are saying it's a conspiracy theory, you're not looking close enough. You're not looking close enough because they out there. The fires and shit in Minneapolis were started by a police officer. They did an investigation that lasted 2 hours and said, oh, he was off working. Where was he working at? Where was he working at? People out in Oakland, they're smashing up businesses and all that stuff, right? These were white people. These were white people who were completely cloaked to look like they weren't, to look like they were protesters just like everybody else. No. These are agents for the other side. They are there trying to destroy everything that we are working for. Don't let them. Do not let them. Keep them moving. Keep them moving. You're not with us. You are against us.
And here's the thing. If they're really not police officers, when they end up ultimately getting assaulted, not saying I'm not calling for anybody to be violent against anybody, but when they ultimately get pushed away and they reveal themselves, they ultimately reveal themselves. You're not a protester. What are you doing here? Shove. Okay, you got to come with me. It's a bite you got to take. We got to take that. You got to take it. It is what it is. If I see it, I'm going to say it. I'm going to do it. I got to be a participant in it. Got to put it into it because they're not going to make us look worse than we already do. Fuck them.
They are shitting. They are content. Even in these times of complete hurt and in these times of just raw emotion, they still take the opportunity to try and shit on us, to look down on us, to think of us as less than. We are smarter than that. We're going to be smarter than that. I need for everybody to go and look at, if you haven't looked at it already, Killer Mike has some really powerful words in Atlanta in a press conference. I need you to go to look at that. I need you to go to take in everything that he was saying. I need you to take those words in. Listen to him. We need to organize. We need to mobilize. We need to be smarter than the other side. We've been to this point. Now let us work at it. This is only the beginning. I promise you this is only the beginning. And we're going to overcome this. We're going to overcome this. But the time for passiveness is over. It's over and done.
It's one thing that I just want to point out to the fact that it is exactly 99 years since Black Wall Street. You guys tell us all the time, like, oh, you should do it peacefully. We did it peacefully. oh, we want to segregate. We did segregate. We did or actually have a thriving community. And what the fuck did you do? You burnt the shit down. We took a nail, the most peaceful way that you could actually do anything, and you had a fucking problem with it. We sit here and just get mad, and we finally show you that we could get real. Sorry to say this, we can get real niggerish. We could get real active.
No, Herb, I got to stop you there.
No. Let me finish. And you sit there. At some point, if you keep pushing a person down, keep hitting a person. If I keep hitting you and hitting you and hitting you, at some point, I'm going to just react. I'm going to react.
See,
I'm
saying as far as they will say you're acting, that's real niggers. I'm not saying we are acting niggers. I'm saying look at they will go in and use that as the time where we're being oppressed and we're being beat down and we're being hit and we don't. At some point, we're gonna go the fuck off. Their words will be you're looking real niggerish. So let me backpedal on that and make sure I'm saying the right thing. It's real like at some point we're just gonna go the fuck off and you're gonna see it. And I don't know what this, I genuinely do not have an idea that we could possibly do because we've tried the peaceful way, it didn't work. We tried to come over there and tell you guys you're not listening. At some point, what the fuck are we gonna do? What are we gonna do to show you that we're trying to be peaceful and you guys are just still looking at us like we can be educated. We can go ahead and show you that we're doing the right thing. We're still niggas to you at the end of the day. That's the shit that pisses me the fuck off every single time.
I hear you, homie.
Pisses me off.
I hear you. But to go into what you were saying, to just use the words that you were using and not making it negative or anything like that.
No, I'm not trying to make it negative.
But listen to what I'm about to say. So we can act like the N-word, like they say we are. But here's the thing. You think about a wolf and a dog. You can beat a dog, you can kick a dog, you can shoot a dog, you can kill a dog. But eventually, dogs come from wolves. And you can't do that to a wolf. You can do that to a dog, but you can't do that to a wolf because the wolf will turn around and tear your fucking throat out. And every dog has a little bit of wolf in it.
Mm-hmm.
So call us what you want. Ultimately, you keep beating us down, you keep shooting us, eventually you're going to get a reaction. That's what I'm saying today.
I just want to say something real quick.
Go ahead.
With all the hurt that we have, all the anger that we have, we need to take that same hurt, same anger, and that same frustration, and that same fight for change, and make a fucking difference. And in that difference, there's so many Black people who don't vote. They don't vote in primary elections. They don't vote in, the interim elections. And you guys need to really, if you don't vote ever, this is when you need to do it. Like, this is when you have the capacity to change. If you need to register to vote, you got a cousin who is fucking 40 and never voted. You need to get that motherfucker out and be like, look, bitch, you need to vote. Like, now is the time to actually put our actions into work.
Interim elections and all the other. I'm not gonna act like I know every single election, but
it's an election. It's an election on June 2nd.
Every single one.
Listen, it's an election coming up on June 2nd. Election. I hope everybody needs to register to vote now. Now, because that's part of the problem. We have to work harder at this. We can't just talk about it and be mad. We have to work harder at it, and we have to do all the things that are necessary to get these people who don't have our best interest out of here, because it's a lot of them out here. Don't let the fact that somebody does something cutesy or something that you like or something that's been memed sway you from the fact that they're still who they are. I know everybody fell in love with Governor Hogan and shit because of the whole take your ass out of and all whatever the fuck. He's still a Republican. He still don't have your best interests at heart, no matter what you. He can go and get all the respirators that he wants from Korea. That motherfucker ain't got your best interests at heart. He don't.
It's you got to vote for the individual and not the party. Just that simple and plain. I mean,
their platform.
I'm sorry, their platform. Yeah.
But also for those of us, and I know I'm making an excuse for some people, but for those of us who are in the know, it's their job, in my opinion, to put the people who are not in the know up on game. Let them educate them. Hell, sit them down. Like Rita said, go get their ass. Make them learn.
If you need to give them a ride to the rotor booth because they don't have a car, you need to do it. Like, my whole thing is that we always be like, oh, you got gas money? Fuck that gas money. Like, you need to be like, hey, this is vital. This is fucking vital. Not only to my future, but my child's future, my grandkids' future. Choices that we make today impact so many generations, and we are so simple-minded and so focused that sometimes that we don't realize that the shit that we do today could impact our grandchildren's grandchildren.
And now, just to piggyback on that, what Corey said in the comments, we need to return to the village mentality. So that means if you got to get your mommy, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, your neighbors, and so on and so on, go ahead and get them. It's not, I mean, seriously, what is it? How hard is it? They have, you can mail in ballots. So as far as what Rita said, as far as they saying like, oh, I ain't got no gas money, you can mail the shit. How hard is it to take the check, send that shit in the fucking mail, and then just have it go ahead and send it? It's not that fucking hard.
I know I'm reaching for this one, but hey, they might not need gas money. They might be able to walk there if they have the right pre-workout added into. I'm sorry, I had to. If they took FNX Fit, they had the energy to walk to their local polls and start voting.
This Bama just cut all the tension in the room with an ad drop.
Yes, I did.
But it's perfect because, like you say, if you need to get the energy to go out there and protest with all the vigor, if you need to be able to walk to your polling place, try FNX Fit. FNX Fit is our first sponsor. They are a fitness company. They have all types of products for you. They have the BCAAs, they have the whey protein, they have the super green vitamins, they have the testosterone vitamins. They have everything that you would need to become the best version of yourself. FNX Fit, you can check the link in the description down below, and you can use our promo code. Our promo code is FNX Blurds 13. Use that to get 15% off your purchases. And I believe my man Herb has a latest fitness update on his progress that he's making while using all the FNX Fit products.
So my update this week, I didn't lose any pounds, but I did lose an inch.
Mm-hmm.
So that I'm still active.
Pause, man.
Pause. Damn, man, you had to just. I lost an inch off my waist. Okay, damn. Off of my waist.
Phrasing, my guy. Phrasing.
Wow.
I have a comment that's totally inappropriate. So I'm just not going to say it.
Yeah, please don't.
Do it.
Fuck, man.
All right, so I'm going to just fucking do it. So the fact that you lost an inch off of your waist, that means you can see your other inches better.
That's shade. Mad shade. It's definitely a petty episode. Yes.
So now you don't. So now you're not naturally doing that hidden penis trick. And moving on.
It's okay, homie. It's all right because I've been on my Phoenix. I've been on my Phoenix.
I'm not even gonna say. You know what? Fuck it.
I've been on my Phoenix journey. I got the pre-workout because a lot of people don't know. If you don't know, I be delivering packages. I'm outside in the weather all day, sweating hot because it's just recently got hot. Delivering packages, yes.
The biggest in the box?
My job. I deliver to your front or your back door, whichever you want. Anyway, you gonna come for me. Come at me. Come through. But yeah, so I've started to realize that my changes has gone through as well because recently I was going back and forth in the truck and ended up ripping my damn pants right down the middle.
Yes.
Wow.
That's why I said his dick was in a box, ladies and gentlemen, in case you were wondering.
Wow.
Yeah, so to have a SpongeBob moment, it was very fun for everybody else. Luckily, yeah, it wasn't a commando day, so yeah, it was good. I was able to complete the rest of my work.
I'm about to say,
she said housewives though.
At least one of them housewives ain't see it and be like, "Oh, do you take tips?" and swipe your ass like a tip drill video.
What?
How's that even? It ain't your face.
I just.
I need
Let's get into our ladies and gentlemen. I do want to. I'm not going to apologize for what we just spent our first half of the show doing. However, these things needed to be said. Yeah. We feel strongly about them. I'm trying to bring it up, but this shit is still going on. But with that said, we're going to move on with our next segment, our wrestler of the week. Character of the week. Sorry.
Character of the week. Yeah.
Sorry.
Character of the week. So, today's character week is FN2187, also known as Finn. Now, FN2187, or Finn, is a stormtrooper of the First Order under Captain Phasma and Kylo Ren. He was taken from his family at a young age and was put into the First Order training regime to become a merciless soldier. Now, even though his training and everything on one of his first missions on planet, I think it was Jakku, was traumatized by one of the killings of one of his fellow stormtroopers, and then he also didn't participate in the massacre of the villagers of Jakku. Basically, all the other stormtroopers followed order without hesitation, and he was silent and lowered his weapon. Now, this went noticed by both by Phasma and by Kylo Ren, and he was ordered for retraining. So instead of going in for his reconditioning or brainwashing, he somehow was able to escape. He had the assistance of Poe, who later became like his best friend. They were inseparable. Him and Poe, Poe's a pilot for the Resistance, and he used him to escape and basically stole a TIE fighter and got free. Because of the FN part of his stormtrooper name, Poe dubs him Finn instead. Now, Finn has been very integral since The Force Awakens in 2015. He's been part of all 3 Star Wars movies that have been out since then. Not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed that he was not a Jedi, but he did play a major role in all of the Star Wars films, in my opinion. Very pivotal in all the character developments and story arcs that happened since then. He's kind of the common sense of a lot of people that goes on for a lot of the Star Wars crew, in my opinion. Also, so he's kind of like the good guy conscience, like a Jiminy Cricket. That was bad. That was bad. Even in his moment of lapse of judgment sometimes, so because he's not perfect, like in the other Star Wars movie. But he does always find his way back into the right side. Here's to you, Finn, FN2187. Side note, FN2187, 2187 was actually the original chamber that Princess Leia was held in the other Star Wars trilogy. All right, back to you guys.
All right. Back.
Yeah, so
thank you, Cam, for Mr. Petty again for giving us our character of the week. Little known fact, well, not fact, but just a viewpoint on it. Finn was a stormtrooper or a shock trooper. Was he storm or shock? I'm not that much of a stormtrooper, but he was a masked. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is actually 75 proof. It's actually getting to me. I'm liking this a little bit. He was a masked trooper, and they didn't have their own identity. They were only told to follow orders. They were only told to do what they were supposed to do and execute the orders. And they massacred people. And he got out of line. And now he's the main character in one of the biggest franchises in the world. Now, I know that doesn't really correlate, but
he got out of line for showing his humanity. How about that?
Yes. Yeah. So it's very apropos that we chose him as our character of the week.
Yep.
Uniform law
inspection.
There you go. So that's just apropos for what we're talking about today.
Mm-hmm. Now, can we go into the reason why we chose FN2187?
Yeah,
character of the week.
Let's go. You know we can. Go ahead. Tell us what happened. Tell us what happened, guys.
So the reason why we chose Mr. Finn or FN2187 as our character of the week is because my guy, my boy, Mr. John Boyega, was letting all you racists out there have it this week on Twitter. Don't come for him. Don't say his name unless you got something positive to say. Don't talk about black people unless you got something positive to say on Mr. Boyega's Twitter, or else he will fire your ass up. All of his cockney came out. All of his hood brick came out. My man said, fuck all y'all. Fuck all you racists. I ain't Hollywood. I said what I said. He don't give a fuck. He letting all y'all know we not about that racist bullshit over here.
Bruh.
0 fucks.
John Boyega went in so hard. It's not like the video. I shared the video, but I aspire, because a lot of people don't know I do the British accent. I aspire to have that level of cockney when I do my British accent. That looked like he was going in, and it was beautiful because it's like he fucking told us like he was going in. He was going off on everybody. So
and Christmas said he wasn't here for the kids.
And it's funny that she mentions that comment because somebody said somebody said that they're not against what he's saying. They just wish he wouldn't be cursing so much. You got kids on there. And basically his response was, fuck them kids. I'm an adult.
Oh man.
And that's why he is the character.
In today's world, kids have seen worse. Like, you'll be all right with a couple curse words. You'll be all right.
Hey, them kids got YouTube.
Yeah. Them kids go to school. Trust me, these kids in these schools
do y'all remember being 12 years old? I have a 12-year-old.
Man,
I remember being 12 years old.
Hold on, bro. As somebody that works in a high school, these kids' mouths are way worse than ours.
Yeah.
Way worse.
Because they ain't got shit to lose.
The kids outside of where I live at, I had to tell kids, yo, like, chill out with the cursing. I'm 35 and you curse more than me.
Right, real quick, Chuck. Hey, Chuck, yes, we know he regularly does it, but this is the first time that he's done it in correlation to what's going on in the world, in our country right now. So that's why we're bringing it up.
Listen,
I mean, we got to explain this to you every week how we do our show. Dude, stop trying to pick apart our shit.
Hold on. He's a great fan. He's a great fan. So
he
is. Keep him the great work. But.
My man John showed y'all, when you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Real quick, so personal. Ariel LaGrange, that's a pretty glass you're using there, bruh.
Hey.
Anyway.
Hey, but before we go any further, can we talk about LeVar Burton real quick?
Y'all got the Reading Rainbow man pissed off.
Y'all got when you got Reading Rainbow pissed off, you know you done fucked up.
My man tweeted out, "Today is not the day. Don't fuck with me today."
The Reading Rainbow.
Y'all got
because
the
ultimately we're not okay. I mean, as a community, we're not okay. As individuals, we're not okay. We're not okay with this shit. And his basically don't fuck with me today is, look, nigga, I'll catch a case for your ass. Basically, like, you keep fucking with me, and I will catch this case.
Hey, you know what that was? That was the real life version of the Wayne Brady skit from Chappelle's Show.
Does Wayne Brady have to choke?
Right.
Hold up. Does Jordy LaForge have to choke a bitch?
Right. I'm about to take this visor off, and everybody ass about to get beat.
About to catch these hands. I'm gonna set these next generation hands.
Look, I'm gonna set my phaser to these paws, and I'm gonna put them on you.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh,
but you know,
exactly
quick, I do want to shout out. There's always a dichotomy to these situations. There's always multiple sides. Shout out to the allies out there, and fuck you to the adversaries. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel. The allies who are out there who like fucking Randy Orton surprised me.
Yes.
He went out there and he commented, all lives matter, but ultimately they really don't until Black lives do. Like, you check his Twitter, like Randy Orton, you would think he would be the last person to tweet that, as opposed to one of our favorite freaking wrestlers. And I know I'm throwing this in there, it's not on the outline, but I gotta throw this out there. Fucking Chris Jericho tweeted "All Lives Matter." I'm I'm genuine. Like, I'm hurting right now. Jericho has been one of my favorite wrestlers.
Well, Trey, before you go any further, what was the name of the song?
I was getting to there. But yes, me and my son have been singing Judas from his album Fozzy, like at the top of our lungs. He named the album Fozzy too, but we've been singing Judas. And it's like, no, he named the album Judas, didn't he? And the single was, but either way, I'm hurt right now because I'm like, damn, one of my favorite wrestlers.
But going on that same level as far as like people in sports, you got the young guys, like you got Carson Wentz and you got Joe Burrow, who is the number 1 pick overall in the most recent draft, speaking out against it. Ain't heard shit from Tom Brady, ain't heard shit from Drew Brees, ain't heard shit from Aaron Rodgers. None of the high level the young boys is taking the bull by the horns and speaking out. You ain't heard shit from the older guys. But then also, I listen, for those of y'all that don't know, I'm a coach. I'm a high level coach in this area, and I'm about to speak out on some shit that could possibly cost me a job. I really don't give a fuck. You motherfucking head coaches and college head coaches that ain't said a motherfucking thing right now, you need to be ashamed of your fucking selves. You sit in these young black boys' houses and you tell their parents what you're going to do for them and how you're going to progress their careers and how you're going to make them better men. You ain't say shit. That's some bullshit. That's some fucking bullshit. You profit off of these boys. You make your careers off of these boys. You make millions of fucking dollars every year off of these boys, and you ain't said nothing. That's fucking bullshit.
Get him.
You got Trevor Lawrence, who could possibly be the number 1 pick in the draft next year, speaking out before Dabo Swinney, who has won championships and millions of dollars off of these motherfuckers, and you ain't said nothing. That's bullshit.
Get him.
Say something. Say something. We need your fucking help. We're dying in the streets, and you ain't got shit to say. You've made your careers off of these shit, and you ain't said nothing. Fuck y'all. That's bullshit.
Get him.
Y'all hear my cousin speak? Y'all hear my cousin speak? Hey, everybody within the sound of my voice, share this shit. Share it. Because everybody needs to hear it. Share it, like, share, subscribe. BlurrsWhiskey.com. But yeah, he's speaking the truth. He's speaking the fucking truth. Because it's no reason that everybody who has any type of influence in a young black person's mind or a young brown person's mind, if you have an influence over that person, show that you fucking care. Show it. So share our shit.
Exactly where Rick is coming from. I have a little brother who plays high school, football for Gonzaga, and he's surrounded, and I credit my father to this. He's surrounded by people that look like him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's surrounded by people that look like him because they understand the struggle. They know how that feels. And it's like, I have my brother that I'm worried about. I have my son that I'm worried about. I have my bonus baby that I'm worried about. And it's like, how can I protect my babies? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it puts you in between that rock and a hard place. And it's like, how can I provide the adequate protection that they need? And so it's like, it makes you feel like you're failing as a parent. But it's like, I can't even protect myself. Like, that's the reality of the situation. Nobody, if your skin is fucking beige and you stand for the movement to purple, nobody is safe. Nobody. And so the only thing that we can do is what we're doing. We're using the platform that we have to try to speak out on the oppression that people are taking. I just want to take a moment to give everybody some words of fucking affirmation. And you're worth it. Your life is worth it. Your platform is worth it. Your spirit is worth it. You are valuable. We fucking love you. You are not expendable. You're not expendable. And I don't care who makes you feel like you are, you're not. We fucking love every single one of you, whether we know you personally or not. You are worthy and you deserve to be treated like a human being.
It's, oh man. So also about what happened in New York this earlier this week. Stop using or just making up shit to go ahead and say that we're doing something.
You mean weapon? I'm not crying. I'm not crying at all.
Yeah,
I was ready. Don't do that shit to me because I'm too pissed off to be. Yes, Trey is the crier of the show. I can give a fuck less. But you know what I'm not crying about? This bitch in New York who decided to strangle her fucking dog and go in and use her whiteness to go off on a black man. Fuck that bitch. Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna pull a herd word. Fuck that cunt. How about that? How about that? She got her dog taken. She got a job taken. Fuck that bitch. Fuck her. And you know what? She probably got a fetish for interracial dick. How about that? Fuck her.
See, and see that's more instances. That's more instances of people trying to weaponize their whiteness, and that's one of the things that people are protesting about. Because y'all, like the unbelievable thing to me is that these white people try to act like they don't know what's going on, they don't know what's happening, but at the minute you come around and you prove they dumbasses to be wrong, or you say something to them, or then I'm going to call the police, and you know what's going to happen? Then you weaponize your fucking whiteness. You weaponize it, and it's so many things that are problematic. Who is that, Trey?
I'm sorry, Mom.
What Mom said?
Lost my whole damn train.
I was supposed to say that word.
Lost my train of thought. So go in the wrestler of the week.
Yeah. Go in the wrestler of the week, Trey.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, I shoot this at my mom's house because my Wi-Fi at my house sucks. So when I have those little tangents, she might be coming and busting in here one day. She don't want to be seen on camera though. Anyway.
Oh man. So yeah, wrestler of the week this week.
Jay Lethal. Wrestler of the week.
Jay Lethal. Yes. So yeah. So Trey, you want to fill us in?
So our wrestler of the week is Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal is one of the most notable indie wrestlers out there. He's worked for TNA. He's worked for ROH. He's worked for NWA. But ultimately, he is best known for his, I want to say acting, because wrestling ultimately is a form of acting. He's known for his imitations of other wrestlers. Yeah. He has an AKA of Black Machismo. And he's known as one of, I'm sorry. He's known as Black Machismo. He's also most notably on TNA, he imitated
Ric
Flair. And he does perfect imitations. I'm sorry, I can't get. I'm laughing.
Oh, is she staring right at you right now?
No, but she came to the door and was like.
She's like,
but he has the special move of the lethal injection, which is basically a springboard stunner. When he's Black Machismo, he's also got the flying elbow. When he's Black Machismo, he is Macho Man Randy Savage incarnate. Yeah. He's doing it. Oh yeah, got the creamer here because I'm the cream of the crop. He's going in. He's like Ric Flair. Him and Ric Flair's most notable interaction were when they were in. He was doing the imitation, and Ric Flair genuinely got heat, like genuinely got pissed off at him.
Oh, that shit was amazing. That was the greatest promo I've ever seen. For you to go ahead and just go toe to toe with Ric Flair, and just go, wow.
Yes, going toe to toe while imitating Ric Flair. So go on YouTube. If anybody finds a video, share it on the fan page.
I will do it after the show. That is the greatest promo of all time.
And he also...
Can we segue? I'm sorry, go ahead, Rick, and we'll go from there.
And he also beat the shit out of Kevin Steen, a.k.a. Kevin Owen, for spitting on his mom. That wasn't just a squash match. That was a shoot fight, and Kevin Owen got owned.
Yeah.
Yo, I can't find footage of the fight.
No, I was looking for it last night. I can't find it.
I can't find it anywhere. I want to find it. I need to. If anybody out there, I'm looking at you, Chuck, because you always got two fucking sense. Anybody who can find the footage of that fight, I need to find it, because as a black man, I don't care if you Canadian or not. You spit on my mama, nigga, you gotta die.
Pause. You get the pause.
Pause. Oh man,
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. I've gone kind of deep into this here bottle of effing, and I'm feeling it. It's 79%. The horsepower on that is 75 proof. So I've been drinking more of that than I have of the. Yeah. So was here. Now you see where it is. So I'm getting there. So I apologize for using the N-word. I'm trying now. I'm trying to be black positive.
Speaking
let's talk about this TNT title.
Speaking of championships, let's talk about it. So I'll go ahead. I'll give the rundown on it.
Okay.
So this past week at their pay-per-view Double or Nothing, AEW introduced a new title, which is like their Intercontinental title or their United States Championship or their TV Championship. It's called the TNT Championship. It looks like a pimp from Chicago decided to live out his fantasies as a wrestler. This might be the worst belt I've ever seen. And trust me, I've seen the 24/7 title. Or I remember when the Universal title first premiered. This thing is atrocious. It looks like there's this website that if you want to have a championship belt for like your fantasy football leagues that you can get for like $99. It looked like they went to the company underneath of them to get this belt made. This is
I don't even think they did that. I feel like it was a high school project. Like whoever can design the best belt, we're gonna debut it on AEW Live. Like I feel like that's what the fuck happened. Like
and that
this belt
is quite easily possible that that's what happened.
Like I feel like this belt is just giving me just so much, just so many whys. Why are we here?
You know what it looks like? It looks like one. Remember in the mid 2000s when big ass belt buckles was in? I know because I had a bunch of them. It looks like that. It looks like it looks just like that. It looks just like that. I had a belt buckle with a deck of cards that had a spinning ace card on it. I thought I was high. I was such a bama. God, I was such a bama.
We know that it's a TV title. We know it's a TV title. We don't care.
We know it's not finished.
Right.
But hey, Koshka, you gotta admit, this looks like the little styrofoam titles you can get from Kmart for $12.99.
Dude.
That I never got when I was 12, by the way.
The actual belt looks like a replica belt. You know the replica belts that they sell in the store to make you feel like you doing some shit?
Yes.
How does your regular belt look like a replica? Like, that shit is horrible.
I saw a nigga selling that TNT belt outside of the Defenders game a couple months ago.
It does have Defenders.
It looked like the DC. It's got the DC Defenders colors and everything. Look at it.
Yes, it does.
It does.
I know where you got that. I know where you got that from Cody and Tony Khan. I know where you got it from. I seen you. I seen you.
Chuck commented the belt is an interim belt because they need one made. So what? It's still some shit, Chuck.
The Dollar Tree Championship? Okay, all right.
The Dollar Tree Championship.
They'd have been better off going on WWE.com and buying one of the old styles of the Intercontinental belt and just saying, this is our championship. I bet you would have got them way more heat.
Oh,
it would have.
It was.
And like Corey said, if it's not finished, why
can
not
I copy
just
your homework? Can I copy your homework?
Wait.
He said, it looks like a sport.
Like, in all honesty, after the Chris Jericho stuff, I'm kind of like debating on if I'm even going to watch AEW after this. Like, I am legit hurt. I am legit. My feelings are legit hurt that he said that.
Oh, no. Like
Yeah,
for
I'm disappointed in AEW. Look.
Oh, I forgot
I'm
about Mike
disappointed.
Tyson. Did y'all see Mike Tyson on AEW?
yeah, it just looks out of place. I'm not even. He doesn't even look.
He's doing.
And I'm not even gonna seriously. I'm not even gonna say nothing more about it because real life, Mike Tyson will beat anybody's ass. So I'm just gonna keep it to a minimum. It don't look right to me. I'm sorry,
bruh. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. I saw the training videos and I was like, damn, look at Mike. He looking like he back in prime. Then I watched him on AEW struggle to rip a t-shirt. And I was just like, oh shit.
Okay, all right, hold
Wait a minute.
Time out.
Wait a minute.
You do understand that the t-shirt rip is kayfabe, right? You have to pre-cut the shirt.
Hey,
for
listen
all
to
of
me.
you out there who don't know, you have to pre-cut the shirt before you actually rip it. That is a kayfabe thing in wrestling.
Yeah,
even Hulk Hogan with his 24-inch pythons would struggle with his shirt.
We all know that Hulk Hogan was ripping apart a pre-cut t-shirt. I was about to say, don't bring that. Don't bring that bronze bitch into this.
Oh man, he said bronze face bitch. Hashtag that shit, man.
Yeah. You ain't heard his bronze face ass talk no shit. Been losing your hair since 1982.
Oh man, that's just
worst finisher in the history of wrestling. Leg drop.
yes, it's horrible.
I don't give a fuck how many hours of entertainment Hulk Hogan gave me as a kid. Fuck you and everything you stand for. You fucked your best friend named Bubba the Love Sponge's wife. We synced it. We synced it.
We still got.
We got
4 minutes.
Yeah.
What's the
no? This may go longer than 4 minutes, longer than 1 hour.
It can.
Because we ain't even touch on the throwback show of the weekend.
What was next on the list? Because full disclosure, I don't have my notes.
Throwback show of the week. Fuck it, let's go into it.
Go ahead, Herb.
We're gonna try to make this a little bit positive. So I mean, and what better way to go throwback into like semi-positive? Rock, the show Rock with Charles S. Dutton, positive black man that was a garbage man in Baltimore. He took care of his whole entire family, his brother, his father, his wife.
It was positive till you mentioned Baltimore.
Yeah, shit. Damn. God
damn it, Rick! God damn it!
Got him. He got him. What's that? So it show span for 3 seasons, 72 episodes. One of my favorite.
Every time I take a fucking drink.
the one episode that I remember was when I keep forgetting his real name, Pinky from Friday.
Clifton Powell.
Clifton Powell. He basically was a drug dealer, and Rock decided to go ahead and get everybody in the community together to try to make the community better. And basically, Clifton Powell came in as the thug, drug dealer that was just telling them, "Hey, I'm gonna take over your city." And Rock almost beat his ass in his house.
Dog, funniest part of that episode is when Rock put his hands around Clifton Powell's neck and hold him up against the door, and you can see the fear of God in Clifton Powell's face. Like that, he was like, "Wait, this ain't in the script." Little known fact: Clifton Powell is actually from DC, so that's another thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the best part about Rock was always that leg kick. That was the funniest thing in the world. And God damn it, Joey! And then he do like that. And his short ass legs come up off the ground. But yeah, Rock was a pretty good show. I enjoyed it. So except for the fact that it was in Baltimore. But anyway.
And also there was I saw this last night. They actually had an episode with Tisha Campbell from Martin. If y'all don't know, I know y'all do, but yeah. And she was supposed to be the new garbage lady in there. And he was like, "I'm supposed to go ahead and just be her mentor." Going forward, she was hitting on him, and his wife called her trying to hit on him after he said, "Black man don't cheat." Basically,
his wife was better than Tisha Campbell back in the day.
Well, then Tisha Campbell met a dude who was on the radio in Detroit, and that's Spawn Martin.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So she went from working at a dumpster truck to
becoming
being a marketing major.
Right, exactly.
We're not gonna connect them Fox shows. We're not doing
level up.
There's so many things that I want to say, but it's inappropriate. I'm trying to spread love in the
This is a petty show. We are drinking effing vodka. I am.
You better keep it petty.
Out of vodka. So yeah, say what you gotta say.
All right. So fuck. All right. So if we're talking about Tisha Campbell, and the part I've always had an issue with is that the fact that they saw her as a sex symbol. But this SpongeBob built ass bitch is definitely not a sex symbol. And that's why I said, let's not talk about it. But y'all made me. You forced my hand. So there we go.
Hey, listen. You ain't speaking nothing but facts because her real life husband be fucking around with men. So anyway.
Okay, Rick, stop. Because we got to keep in mind our technicolor.
Listen. Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
The thoughts and views of one Rick do not include those words.
Whatsoever.
Listen, y'all got me drinking this 50 cent shit, so I'm gonna play the part.
God, Rick, damn it!
I mean, you can't be, dude. Don't make this a struggle. Don't make this a struggle. Just saying.
Struggles.
Like certain people out there who aren't on the show today, I want to send shots out talking about people's.
Listen, y'all go ahead, plug the beard struggle shit. We got more sponsors.
So speaking of struggles,
my beard is looking pretty luxurious. Yeah, if I say so much. Hey, Rick, I'm just saying, you get some of that beard balm or the scruff balm. Mm-hmm. You be like me. Well, you be like me. I don't know about Herb because Herb is still looking thin in
what? Fuck you, man.
Are you looking patchy? Are you patchy right now?
I'm not patchy at all. God damn it.
Oh yeah. Even though I got the gray streaks coming in, I'm getting up there. But you holler at your boys in beard struggle.
Yeah. So anywho, we're going.
Gray streak.
Oh, I'm well aware. Trust me.
I'm
well aware. I used to be a little upset about my gray streaks, but you know what? I've been getting a lot of rave reviews about the gray streaks.
Can y'all let her do the ad? Let him do the ad read. Let him do the ad read. God damn.
Rick.
So go ahead.
So go ahead on thebeardstruggle.com to get 15% off on all your purchases. Going under and type in the promo code BLURDS1 to get 15% off on all your products that you want to get. The link is in the description. Go and check it out. Jesus, guys, can we please get through this promo without you guys doing some simple shit? I mean, come on.
No.
What you talking about? No. Simple shit. I've been popping this the whole damn show. So I'm gonna hit it anyway. So no, all seriousness. Damn, this I might like this effing vodka.
Did he just say damn? He just said damn bitch.
Really? Wow. Okay. Hair blurs. Okay, I'm sober up. That's an off-camera guy trick.
Oh man.
All seriousness. Here, Blurs and Whiskey. We appreciate you guys tuning into us every week. We're thankful for you guys. Keep sharing, liking, and subscribing. Check out the actual podcast page. I'm getting there. The podcast page. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it to your friends. Get it out there. As far as our promos, make sure you check out FNX Fit as well as Beard Struggle. We've got 15% off discounts for both of them. Check them out. Give them a little patronage because everything that you get, it helps us grow. Help us grow. Hashtag help us grow so we can do more. Also, check out our Blurs and Whiskey website. If you can't tell, I'm wrapping up the show, so stop commenting.
And YouTube.
On you,
Blurs and Whiskey site. Link to YouTube.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, we have over 1,000 people in our fan page. Guys, It's only going to take you 10 seconds to go on YouTube, click subscribe, click the bell. So this way we can get those subs up so we can go ahead and grow. Help us grow so we can do more.
Hey, we all want a YouTube button. Help us get that YouTube button.
Yes.
If y'all go in there and like the YouTube page, we can get that button. I want to
Exactly.
that. I want to change my
before we go, we ain't checked in the comments most of the show because we've had some heavy shit to talk about. Chuck, I'm not either. Looks like you're getting old too fast. Nick, Bama. Oh, okay. Trey ain't salt and pepper.
Trey ain't salt and pepper yet.
I mean, I'm getting there. Can I get there?
Hey, Koshka, I'm not going to be future endeavor no time soon, my guy. I'm too entertaining. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm funny. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm funny as shit. I don't got the comedic timing of Herb.
Yo, can we not be petty against each other? Mr. Petty is not here for once.
I thought this was the petty episode.
Yeah, right, but he's not here, so we ain't got to throw shots at each other. Herb, you gonna let us talk shit about you like that, though?
Hey, at least I can grow my beard all the way in.
Ooh. I will turn this car around. I will turn this car around. Wrap this shit. They can hear me now. They can hear me.
Are we joning? Are we?
Yes.
No.
We're joning. Yes. Let's do this.
Damn it.
I was just told in my headset that we got to stop, so I'm gonna stop.
Off camera guy is such a damn party pooper. Herb, go ahead and close us out, man.
Anywho, guys, like the big homie Trey said, like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms, YouTube, Castbox, what's his name? Like us. We're seeing that everybody's starting to like not just the fan page, but
Pinky up, motherfucker.
Hey, nigga, can you drink? Have you had too much?
Oh, this shit is killing me. But yes, go ahead, like our page as well, because we've seen a lot of you guys are starting to like our page. Thank you very much. Keep on doing that. Also,
this racism is killing me on the inside.
I hate slavery.
Get that merch. You see it on our page, blursandwhiskey.com. Go and check it out. Prior episodes, merch, all that other stuff. Help us grow so we can do more. Check us out on Twitter, IG. You know what it is. As always, one thing I wanted to say to you guys, because we got to go ahead and do this as a thumbnail for our episode. Can we get our hands up for the culture?
You know what? I appreciate that. All right, can we do a fender for the culture? I'm just joking. Just joking.
Trey, no. But like we always do, up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Drink, motherfucker, drink. And we out.
Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacking it black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blacking it black, blacking it black, yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and that technicolor rainbow in between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
And thank you for watching Blurs and Whiskey.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms.
And check us out on blursandwhiskey.com.
Be sure to get that merch.
And come take this shot.